Hello students. I, I have started with the third chapter, that is dividend policies. Under that I have explained you the meaning and factors affecting dividend policy. Uh, this the notes I have sent you 2 days before. Okay, so today I am going to explain the concept, that is bonus shares, and what are the merits and what are the applicability of bonus shares or stock dividend. Now, to say in a general, what is bonus shares? Bonus shares indicate a dividend paid in the form of shares given free of cost. That is the reason it is called as stock dividend. Stock dividend means it is given to the existing shareholders on the basis of their existing shares, and it is free of cost. Okay, so instead of giving the dividend, some companies may distribute bonus shares. So what it is, why it is done is, there is no cash outflow when a stock dividend is given to shareholders. There will not be any outflow of cash, and it is preferable, and it is preferable as well as it is for the better treasury management. This bonus shares are being issued. Equity shares capital widens every issue of bonus shares. Payment of dividend in the future becomes difficult on a wide basis of equity shares. Companies like many other companies have gone for the bonus shares because they feel it as there is no cash outflow. It is just the transfer of reserves, free reserves to the bonus shares. So that becomes easy for the company also to manage the treasury, and even for the shareholders, they can sell it easily, they can sell it outside, and they can increase the base of their shares. Okay, so that is the reason why the companies go for this bonus shares. 2 is to 1, those who have 2 shares, they will be getting 1 shares. Like that, it will be distributed to the shareholders. So some I explained in the example. See, if you read, you will come to know the examples, like 1 is to 1, 1 is to 2. Those who have 1 shares, they will be getting 2 shares. Okay, those who have 2 shares held, they will be getting 1 shares. Like that, the shares will be distributed to the shareholders. Now, what are the benefits of a bonus shares? There are benefits to the company and benefits to the shareholders. Now, let us see one by one what is the benefits to the company and to the shareholders. Benefits to the company: no cash outflow. What is the benefits for the company is, there is no cash outflow. The cash doesn't go out of the business; it remains in the business itself. So only for that reason, it is a unique way of managing their treasury without losing the cash, without losing their existing shareholders. The shareholders will get the return, but not in the form of dividend, but in the form of shares. Okay, so that is one of the reason. Next is higher liquidity. Higher liquidity means when the number of shares increases in the hands of the investors, ultimately the floating of shares, stock of shares increases in the stock market. So as I have told you, it is 1 is to 2 or 2 is to 1. It means those who have 2 shares, they'll be getting 1 shares. So like that, if they have 10,000 shares, they have to issue extra 5,000. Okay, so this is how the it manages, and it increases the liquidity of the shareholders. Okay, next is liquidity in the market. Okay, when it is liquidity in the market, it is easy for the investors to buy and sell in the market. Okay, next is good image. Companies declaring bonus shares regularly command a good image in the eyes of the market and financing agencies. So it creates a good image as to what it is for, and to what extent it is raised, and to what area it is raised. So good image, it creates a good image among the public. More market capitalization. The number of shares floating in the market increases. After the share price becomes X bonus, if the share price increases, it will result in higher market capitalization of the shares. So this is what it happens when the market capitalized. It becomes easy for the shareholders to manage the shares. So the number of shares floating in the market increases after the share price becomes X bonus, and if the share price increases, it will result in higher market capitalization of the shares. Next is reduction in the rate of dividend. The rate of dividend gets reduced. Okay, so the number of rates, the rates given to the shareholders gets reduced. So it becomes easy for the shareholders to apply for the shares and to get the more rate. They will get the same amount of dividend, but the rate will reduce because there is a wide range of shares in the market. So in that case, the number of shares get increased. So that is the reason why there's become a wide range. Next is a no tax dividend. They will not be paying any tax. So because of if they have gone for dividend, then they have to pay the tax for it. But when it is a stock dividend, they need not pay the tax. Next is undercapitalization. Issue of bonus shares is a remedy for undercapitalization. It results in undercapitalization. Is a situation where the income of the company is abnormally high in comparison with its capital. Income, it becomes very high in comparison with the capital. Okay, so that is one of the reason. Next is benefits to the investors. It is a wide range of benefits to the investors because what is the benefits to the investors? See, increased holding. The holdings of the investors get increased. So those who have one shares, they'll be getting one extra. So 2 shares will be there. Okay, so that is one of the reasons of increase in the hands of the shareholders. Partial liquidation of holding. Partial, if they want to sell the one shares, they will be a owner of one shares. Okay, if they have 2 shares, if they want to sell one share also, they will be having one share extra. So it will be a partial holding. Even though if they sell, they will become the owner of the company. Taxability. When dividend is taxable in the hands of the shareholders, he has to pay a tax on cash dividend. Okay, so he has to pay the tax on the cash dividend. He need not pay any tax on bonus shares. On bonus shares, they need not pay any tax. Higher liquidity. The large number of floating stocks in the market as a result of bonus issue increases the liquidity on the market. So the bonus shares increases. It creates a liquidity in the market. Higher future dividend. The future dividend of the shareholders increases. Okay, in the long run, the dividend received will be more in the subsequent bonus issue. So what happens is the bonus issue gets reduced. So in future they will be getting a high rate of dividend. Okay, high future they will be getting high rate, but present it may be reduced, but they may get a high rate in the high dividend in the future. Next is what are the limitations? See, mainly the company suffers with a limitation. The capital base becomes wide. Yes, and now 10,000 shares they will be giving one extra, means now the base will increase from 10,000 to 15,000. So in future they have to pay the dividend for 15,000 shareholders. Okay, so that becomes a problem. It creates a burden for the shareholders. Even to the issue of bonus shares subsequently, the company needs to give more number of shares as a previous bonus issue expanded the size of equity capital. So it expands the size, the amount of equity capital. Now this is the limitations of bonus shares. Next is SEBI guidelines. Let us go through the SEBI guidelines. What are the guidelines to be followed when they go for the issue of a bonus shares? One is articles of association. Now in the articles of association, it must contain a provision for the issue of bonus shares. A provision will be there. If it does not contain a resolution, has to be passed in the AGM to make such provision. So if there is no such provision, so the resolution has to be passed in the annual general meeting. Authorized capital. Following the bonus issue, the paid up capital may exceed the authorized capital. A resolution may have to be passed. So that has to be passed in the AGM to increase the authorized capital accordingly. Free reserves and share premiums. So they can use the genuine profit, the free reserves, to issue the shares to the shareholders. Okay, the bonus issue shall be made out of free reserves created for genuine profit or security premium. Revaluation reserves. If they have revaluation of assets or profits, that revaluation assets has to be taken. The bonus issue shall not be made out of reserves created by revaluation of assets. So bonus issue cannot be issued with the revaluation reserves. Next is fully paid shares. Bonus shares can be issued only on fully paid shares. It cannot be issued on partly paid shares. Only if they have partly paid, then convert that partly paid into fully paid, then only they can pay off the shares to the shareholders. Next is a dividend. The bonus issues cannot be in lieu of dividend. In other words, in a year of no dividend, bonus shares cannot be issued. In case if they have no dividend, then the bonus shares cannot be issued to the shareholders. It means they have to declare dividend as well as bonus shares. Okay. So no dividend here, they cannot go for the issue of bonus shares. Implementation. Once the bonus issue is approved by the board of directors, it could be implemented within 6 months from the date of decision. Okay, from which date they have made a decision, or within 6 months they have to implement it. Again, no change can be made to the decision subsequently. No change has to be done on the subsequent. Any change if they have to do, they cannot do any change. Next is a default. A company should not have any default on the payment of statutory dues like contribution to gratuitory fund, provident fund, or interest on debentures or FD, or redemption of debentures, or repayment of fixed deposits. So they should not have any default. If they have any default, they need not go for the bonus shares. Public issues. Right issues. Within 1 year of the date of public issue of shares or right issue of shares, bonus issue cannot be made. Where they are fully or partly convertible shares, they should also be eligible for bonus shares. Okay, so if it is partly, it has to be converted into fully paid. Applicability. This regulation apply only to the listed companies whose shares are listed in the stock exchange. It will not be applicable for all the companies. It will be applicable only for the listed companies. So these are the several applicability of SEBI guidelines, and these are the merits and demerits of benefits to the investors and benefits to the company. Okay, so if you have any doubts relating this, you can ask me. And in this topic, what is the merits and applicability is important for the exam. Go through it. If you have any doubts, you can clarify.